Hey, what's up YouTube? Gothatfunk here. And the other day I saw one of the funniest videos I've seen all year from my friend Napalm up in Smoke. It was called Guess What I Found. And whilst he was looking for some personal items in his living room, he came across a dildo randomly sitting on the shelf. Now, of course, Napalm does live with several other people, and he can't find out as of yet who the dildo belongs to. But the thing is, the dildo seems, from his point of view, to be relatively small, and that brings up a few questions in Matt's mind. I'll let him tell you.
I have to fucking ask, why, if you're gonna get a dildo, why get such a fucking puny one? I mean...
Well, Matt, I've got several ideas about why someone might purchase a dildo of that sort of size and flexibility. So, reason number one could be it's a beginner's dildo. You know how when you start riding a bike, you get training wheels until you can keep the bike upright, and then you take the wheels off? Well, perhaps this dildo is like a trainee dildo, or perhaps the person who bought the dildo has never really had anyone with a big dick, and the idea seemed a little bit too uncomfortable to them. So they decided to get something a little bit more akin to what they were used to. That's just my educated guess on why someone might have got that, but there are other reasons. You have in past videos mentioned that you sometimes shop at the dollar store with your family, and perhaps the dollar store is always trying to expand the range of items that you can get for a buck. Perhaps that's all the dick that you can buy with $1 these days. Perhaps the person that bought that dildo is someone who likes to clench. Now let me explain why a thinner dildo would be better for that. You see, most of the men and women that I've spoken to who like to take a large-sized penis like it not because of its length so much, but because of its girth. I've had that comment from friends all around the world. It's not the length, it's the thickness, they'll say. So the thing is, when you're taking dick that's a little bit bigger than the orifice that it's apparently is intended to fit into, the person whose orifice it is has to relax. They have to basically surrender a little bit and open out, and it can be a little bit uncomfortable, at least at first. And with that in mind, you have to do sort of an anti-clench to take a big dick, right? But there's an awful lot of pleasure that can be gained from clenching up on the inside, not where you're just putting it in, but up inside there are ways you can do a little clench, you see. And with the head on the dildo there, once the head goes past the clenched area and then you try to withdraw, you can get a certain amount of stimulation in that particular spot that you can't get any other way. But with really large dicks and really large dildos, this whole clenching thing sort of goes out the window, because you have to sort of anti-clench to let the fucking thing in there in the first place. So, Matt, my theory is perhaps whoever bought that knew what they were doing. Maybe they're a clencher. That really doesn't need too much explanation, does it? Perhaps a bloke bought it for someone else in the household and he didn't want to suffer by comparison. You don't want to get your woman a sex toy and get her used to something larger than you can give her because you worry, I suppose, that she might fall in love with the toy and fall out of love with you. Just a thought. Penetration isn't where it's at for lots of women, but lots of women do like to have something penetrating while something else is going up topside. Something else is a bit more busy round about the top. You know what I'm trying to say? So yeah, perhaps it's just literally a filler.
I don't know! I don't know where it came from, I don't know whose it is. I don't know why it was fucking over there. I don't fucking know. I just don't fucking know. It just fucking confuses me. It's like, are there dildo fairies now? Like, is that it?
Or perhaps the thing was bought as a gag, as a joke, An awful lot of sex toys are bought as sort of gag presents for other people. You know, maybe that's the explanation. Maybe that's the exact same reason it was sitting on the shelf in the living room for everybody to see. I don't really know, Matt. I can't really say. But I hope you take this video in the spirit in which it was intended. And I want to thank everybody for watching this, okay? Until next time, people, remember, good things happen to those who wait, but amazing things happen to people who just fucking go for it.